Welcome to the class, children. Today we are going to learn new topic, modals. So what are modals? Modals are auxiliary verbs. Okay, modals are auxiliary verbs. Now what are auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. Auxiliary verbs are special verbs. Okay, auxiliary verbs, they help the sentence to give a complete meaning. Okay, they help as helping verb. Understood? Now, auxiliary verbs have three forms. They can function in three forms. So, how auxiliary verbs can function? Auxiliary verbs can function as an ordinary verb. Auxiliary verb can function as a helping verb. Okay, it is used with the other verb. Okay, as a helping verb, and auxiliary verb is used as a linking verb. Okay, so here now we will come to modals. So modals, they do not have all the three forms which auxiliary verbs have. They do not work as an ordinary verb, they do not link the verb, or they do not help a verb. They do not act as a helping verb. But modals, they are used with the main verb and they add a different meaning to the main verb. Understood? Modals are auxiliary verbs and they do not have all the three forms as auxiliary verbs. Understood? But modals are used with the main verb and it adds a different meaning to the main verb. And modals denote that someone is able to do something and someone is allowed to do something and someone has to do something. Modals talk about the ability of a person, so what he is allowed to do and what he has to do. Got it, children? Now, modals are auxiliary verbs. They do not have all the three forms. Okay, they are used along with the main verb and add a different meaning to them, and they denote that someone is able to do something, someone is allowed to do something, and someone has to do something. Got it? Now, which words comes under modal verbs? So the verbs like can, could, would, should, ought to, will, shall, may, might, must, dare, used to, have to, and need. So all these words comes under modal verbs. Got it? Now first we will learn can and could. So here can and could is used to tell that someone is able to do something. Okay? How can and could is used to say that someone is able to do something. See, for example, I can hear the bird singing. I can hear the bird singing. So here, can is talking about someone is able to do something, the capacity, what he is able to do. What the person is able to do here? He can or I can hear the bird singing. I am able to hear the bird singing. Correct? Next example, David can speak 3 languages. What David is able to do? He is able to speak 3 languages. Understood, children? Next example, I ran as fast as I could. How did I run? I ran as fast as I could. Okay, here the word can and could is used to say that someone is able to do something. Next we will move on to next example. Children, next, can and could is used to tell that someone is allowed to do something. See, for example, you can come to my house for a tea. So here it is allowed, the person is allowed to come to the house, right? Next, you can play for half an hour outside. You can play for half an hour outside. So here these two sentences, it is telling that the person is allowed to do something. Next example, mother said I could have sweets after my dinner. Understood, children? Can and could are also used to tell that someone is allowed to do something. Next, can and could are also used for asking information or help, offering something and suggesting something. Can and could are used for asking information or asking for help and for offering something and for suggesting something. For example, can you please make some coffee for me? Can you please make some coffee for me? So here this sentence is related to help. So the person is asking for help. Here the word can is used for asking help. Got it? Next example. We can go to the park instead. We can go to the park instead. So here the modal verb can is used as a suggesting something. The verb or the modal can is used as the suggesting. Here the person is suggesting that. Instead, we will go to the park. I can lend my books to you. So here the word could is used for offering something. So offering, the word could is used as offering. Right, he is offering the help. I could lend my books to you. Okay, next. Can you tell me which is the way to the library? Can you tell me which is the way to the library? So here, can is used as the information. Used to tell the information. Understood, children? Can and could is used to tell that someone is able to do something, and can and could are used to tell that someone is allowed to do something, and can and could are also used for telling the information and for offering help and for offering something or for suggesting something. Next, we will move on to next models. Children, next is will and would. So will and would are used to ask someone to do something. Will and would are used to ask someone to do something. For example, will you help me in completing my classwork? Here we are asking help. Will you help me in completing my classwork? Next, will you stop making the noise? Okay, next example. Would you pass me that book, please? So here, will and would are used to ask someone for something. Next, will and would are also used to offer or suggest something. Will and would are also used to offer, okay, to offer or to suggest something for someone. So for example, would you like another ice cream? Would you like another ice cream? Next, will I carry the bag for you? So we are asking the help and we are suggesting. Suggesting means, will you do that work for me? Okay, will you able to do the work? Understood? So here will and would are used to ask, to offer something or to suggest something. Okay, next, shall and should. Shall and should are used to ask for advice, to offer something and to suggest something. Shall and should are used to ask for advice, to offer something and to just suggest something. For example, shall I help you with that heavy bag? And here we are offering help. Next, you should try this new flavored chocolate. You should try this new flavored chocolate. So here we are advising, suggesting something, not advising, we are suggesting something. You should try the new flavor of the chocolate. Next, shall are also used to express simple future. Shall are used to express simple future. For example, shall we go for a picnic tomorrow? Okay, so here shall is used, shall and should both are used to ask for advice, to offer something and to suggest something, and also shall is used to express simple future. Next, we'll move on to the usage of shall and should. Children, next, shall also expresses command, threat, promise, determination and certainty when used in second and third person. So shall expresses a command, means giving ordering, threat, promise, determination, and when it is used in second and third person. So second person, that is you, third person is he, she, it. Got it? So for example, the school remain open tomorrow. The school, sorry. Example, the school shall remain open tomorrow. Next example, if you get good marks, you shall get a computer. If you get a good marks, you shall get a computer. So here, shall is used in a promising manner. Shall is used in a promising manner. Now the school shall remain open tomorrow. Here, shall is used as a certainty. Okay, next example. You shall pass the exam if you are serious. You shall pass the exam if you are serious. So here, shall is used in a determination, in the form of determination. Okay, next example. You shall apologize for the crime. You shall apologize for the crime. So here we are used shall in the commanding manner. Understood? Shall is used to express command, threat, promise, determination and certainty when it is used with second and third person. Understood, children? Next, ought to. Sir, ought to is used to make a strong suggestion and it talks about someone's duty. Ought to is used to express a strong suggestion and it talks about someone's duty. So for example, the teachers ought to make the class more interesting. The teachers ought to make the class more interesting. Next example, we ought to respect our nation. We ought to respect our nation. Children, I hope you have understood the topic models in that can, the usage of can and could and shall, should and ought to. In the next class, we will continue with the same topic. Thank you, children.